What's up, geniuses? My name is Adriel Rivera and welcome back to the channel where you'll learn to show your genius. Today we're going to be talking about Spotify. This video isn't going to be about how to get your music onto Spotify because I've already made a video about that before. If you want to check that out, click the eye icon up here. In simple terms, to get onto Spotify, you need a distributor. The distributor I use is DistroKid. I have a referral link in the description. This video is not sponsored by them. I've been sponsored before, but I personally just really like DistroKid. So check out my referral link. You get 7% off your first year with DistroKid and I get a little kickback. Win-win. But no, this video is not about how to get your music onto Spotify, but the importance of Spotify. All the information I'm going to be providing today is from experience. I'm in no way, shape, or form an expert or a Spotify guru. I currently have 1,366 consistent monthly listeners on Spotify. Emphasis on the word consistent. But before I break down the importance of Spotify, I gotta tell you guys something. Welcome back to my wall. Let's see if I have a silver play button yet. What? Ezio? What are you doing on my wall?
I got candy.
Nice. Even though I love my little brother, this is not what we want on my wall. What we need is a silver play button, and the only way to get a silver play button is with 100,000 subscribers.
So subscribe now! Adriel.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go temper what it was and 5.
You heard him. Subscribe. We don't want my little brother to be there for too long. So to the average consumer, Spotify is a platform for listening to the music that you love, but also discovering new music in the process. However, to the artist, Spotify could be viewed as another social media platform. Why is Spotify a social media platform? That's because it essentially works like a social media platform. People can follow your Spotify profile and also like your songs, which therefore results in them adding it to their library. And as an artist, you can post things to your profile for your followers to see. Some of those things is an artist pick, artist playlist, and Spotify Canvas, which if you didn't know, that's like a short little video that plays behind your song on loop as somebody's listening to your music. However, this feature is in beta and only available to select artists, which is a huge flex for me because I just got this feature like a day ago, so shout out Spotify, not a sponsor. But most importantly, there's also an algorithm that pushes your content, in this case it would be your music, to new people. From my understanding, this algorithm basically has everything to do with your music. How long do people listen to your music for? Do they save your music to their library? How many people add your music to their playlists? Are the people listening to your music coming from an external platform? Are those people sharing your music? All these factors contribute to whether Spotify classifies your song as a good song. If it is, the Spotify algorithm will push it to more people to be discovered by new ears. Cool. Why is this stuff important? Well, as an artist, our goal with social media is to have a source where people find interest in us and then therefore we can redirect them to our music. Spotify is like the social media of music. That's what people are there for in the first place. So if you make good music and you can get people to find you through Spotify itself, it basically removes the middleman that other social media act as. So how do people find you through Spotify organically? The algorithm. Why is the algorithm so important? From my personal experience, the algorithm is the reason why I have over 1,000 monthly listeners consistently. And while some of these people did come from my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, a large majority is a result of Spotify's algorithm doing its thing. So how do I even know that? As a Spotify artist, you're given detailed stats about your music and your audience. 31% of my 1,366 monthly listeners come from Spotify algorithmic playlists. So that means 423 of my monthly listeners are from the algorithm. A couple of months ago, that percentage was around 50%. If you think about it, the reason why it dropped down a little is because the people that discovered me through Spotify's algorithm now follow me or have my songs in their playlist. Therefore, after a month, they're not listening to me through the algorithm anymore. They've officially become a fan. Woo! And that's your goal with Spotify's algorithm. So how do you get the algorithm to pick up on your music? Like I said, I'm not an expert or a Spotify guru. If you want some good information about Spotify, do some research on the algorithm. I recommend this one channel called Burstimo. They're doing some great stuff there, and I've been able to learn a good chunk from them. So I'll leave a link to their channel in the description, and you can also click the eye icon up here if you want to check them out. However, what I do know is that it involves an initial push to finally trigger the algorithm. But I cannot stress this enough, this needs to be an organic push. I've made the mistake of paying for playlist placement so that I could drive more listeners towards my music. Doing this, I reached up to about 6,000 monthly listeners. The reason why I say that this was a mistake though is because at the time I didn't realize that these were fake monthly listeners. The playlist I paid for had 7,000 followers, so I gained 6,000 monthly listeners. If you do the math, the conversion rate of that playlist was 85%. To put it into perspective, Spotify's official New Music Friday playlist that has over 3 million followers has a conversion rate of about 20%. And that's me being generous with my numbers. If you think about it, why would a user-made playlist convert so much better than an official Spotify playlist? Most people only listen to official Spotify playlists, so it just doesn't make any sense. Well, as it turns out, most of these playlists that require you to pay for placement are scams. My goofy booty paid $70 to be on this playlist for a month. And you wanna know what they do with that money? They take a small portion of that huge chunk of money that you just gave them to pay for fake streams and direct it to your music so that it looks like that their playlist is legit. And you can do this yourself. And I'm not saying do it, please don't do it. But if you do a quick Google search, it's super easy to just find these click farms that you can pay 10 bucks for to get thousands of streams. So once they pay like 10 bucks for 6,000 streams, they take the rest of that money that you just paid them for profit for themselves. Once that month was over, I dropped all the way back down to 90 monthly listeners. Nobody stuck. And you know why? Because they were all fake. I didn't gain any more traction, and the algorithm didn't even pick up on me because Spotify knows it's fake. Spotify is not dumb. They know that people do this. They explicitly say this in their terms and conditions that you cannot pay for placements or charge people for placements. And if you do, they have the right to terminate your account or your artist profile. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather be on Spotify's good side, and 99% of these playlists that ask you to pay are scams. So after that experience, I said, screw it, I'm done paying for fake exposure. I'm just gonna go the organic route like I've always done. So this involved me asking my followers on social media to pre-save my song before it released, which if you didn't know, pre-saving is like pre-ordering, but like for streaming services, specifically Spotify. I also posted a ton about my music, actually made good music, and I made more content for my music, like music videos. Because I was more involved in getting my music in front of people organically, Spotify saw that I was drawing in more people to their platform, legit people, and over time rewarded me by testing my music with other people in the algorithm. Before I knew it, I had 200 listeners one month, 500 the next month, and then like 1,000 a couple weeks after that. Currently, my music is being received really well, and it'll only keep getting better and better as I continue to release more music and spread my stuff, but this just takes a lot of time. I first got on Spotify back in like October of 2017, I think, and I only just started getting a consistent 1,000 monthly listeners in around November of 2019. It's not an easy route, guys, and I hate to say it, but there's no shortcut to success. The thing is, if you're actually good at making music and you're taking the steps in the right direction, then all you really need is a little bit of patience. I'm looking at my YouTube analytics right now, and 50.5% of you guys are from ages 13 to 24. Don't feel like you have to be there right now or that you need to blow up in a year, because you got time. Right now, I'm 19 years old, and in 5 years, I'll be 24. I'm still gonna be young, but my audience is projected to grow tenfold as long as I keep the consistency up. And don't get me wrong, like some days I really feel like I'm failing my career because I'm not where I wanna be yet, but that's something that we all face. I understand you guys. It's a struggle, really, but honestly, it's just a matter of time. With that being said, I'm gonna end the video here, but not before I mention my beat store. If you guys want some really high quality beats, check out my beat store, adrianrivera.com. Link is in the description. I post super high quality beats up there, no throwaways. I wouldn't post anything there that I wouldn't use myself, so check it out. Also, if you wanna get your music onto Spotify, DistroKid is honestly a really good option. I honestly love DistroKid, and this video is not sponsored by them. I've been sponsored by them in the past, but I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, just really love DistroKid. I've always loved DistroKid. I've used them ever since 2017 when I first started. 7% off for you, little kickback for me, so it's a win-win for both of us. So like honestly guys, it's a good option. Check it out, link in the description. Make sure to leave a like, it really helps me out, and subscribe so that we can get that silver play button up there. It's a necessity. I'm gonna go play some Halo Reach on Steam because now it's out on Steam, and I'm having so much fun with that. My 8-bit DO controller. I don't care what you guys do, but as long as you wash your hands, drink a lot of water, and stay safe out there because it's a crazy world right now. Most importantly though, don't be afraid to show your genius.
Baby, you call me, you tell me you love me.